All right, welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to the 21 days of Reiki transmission. And I'm so glad you're a part of this series, this very important life transformational series where we are choosing to cultivate and create the habit of a daily Reiki practice. And we know that in life, a good habit takes about 21 days of use every day to instill that, make it a part of our lives. And for those of you who have been initiated by me, the agreement is that we agree to a 21-day period where we're using Reiki every day. And so in this Reiki reconnection, we're re-strengthening our Reiki practice because sometimes we fall away. We might practice different practices. If you're like me, you have many, many different modalities for healing yourself and others and the planet. And this reconnection to our Reiki practice is strengthening it. It's not that we don't use Reiki every day, because we really do, but now we're just reconnecting to that, using our daily grid, stating the Reiki ideals every day, and focusing on that energy, the experiential part of our physical practice, and that expands our spirituality, our experience in the spiritual realm, where we really want to dwell most of the time. So today, I think I mentioned the word focus maybe once or twice or 3 times. And that's because if you're like me, you may have the type of a brain that is so inquisitive, that is so curious, that is so enthusiastic, that sometimes we're like little hummingbirds. We're going from flower to flower to flower. Now, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that. However, when it comes to product completion, when it comes to being able to navigate in the human realm better, we want to flex our focus muscle, the gray matter. And of course, our meditation practice helps us with that every day, meditating throughout the day, stopping, taking that conscious breath, engaging in the energetic field, feeling that consciousness within our body, and imagining it reverberating outward onto the planet for the benefit of all. So before we go any further, let us just state our Reiki ideals. Just for today, do not anger. Just for today, do not worry and be truly grateful. Just for today, work diligently. Just for today, be kind. And then we follow that up with a Sui Reiki treatment for the benefit of body, mind, and spirit. The mysterious art of inviting happiness and the miraculous curing of all dis-ease or lack of ease in body, in mind, in being. And we want to state those ideals twice a day. And on days, I think it was 3, 4, 5, and 6, we went in depth to the each of the ideals, and the stating of those just for today. Then it puts us into present time consciousness. Just for this moment in time, do not anger. Just for this moment in time, do not worry and be truly grateful. Just for this moment in time, work diligently. Just for this moment in time, be kind. Feels good, doesn't it? So in our Reiki practice, the Asui method, which is the method that I am attuned to and that I attune my clients and students to, we're calling upon the Ascended Masters, Master Sui. And Master Sui was a Japanese physician who went up to Mount Kurama for a 21-day meditation practice. And on the 21st day, he downloaded the Reiki transmission. It was Master Sui. He brought it back to the earth plane. It was a part of the Lemurians, and it was hidden for thousands of years, and it did come back. And when Master Sui did that 21 days, he was focusing on healing himself for the benefit of all. He wanted to be the channel for peace, be the channel for healing, be the channel for potential in his era. And when he came down, there was a great earthquake, and Master Sui was able, Dr. Sui at that time, was able to heal hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And he became so well known that he then began to attune his assistant, and of course Mrs. Takada, who brought Reiki to the West. And as we are going within every day, as we are taking the pathway to peace of mind, to open us up to our true purpose here, why am I here? What does this all mean? You know, the old classic oldies. It opens us up to prosperity of excellent health, great work, wonderful relationships, lots of fun. And so the challenge for us, for me, can be focus. And so the potential to expand our focus so that we can do the work that needs to be done, right? Remember, I was telling you, this is my take action file, right? So every day I am pulling something out of this and turning it into my online courses, my special reports, the private coaching that I do, and just to go back, because so often I'm in creation mode, but not necessarily in production mode, because productivity takes focus. Ugh, dang. You know, I love this. I can write all day. You know, I've got, you saw in my, when I showed you my little creative zone there, you know, the dozens and dozens and dozens of journals that I have, that I am now, at this time in my life, revisiting that which, the seeds that I planted. I'm tending to, these are the seeds that have been planted, and now we tend to them by paying undetractable attention to each one, giving each one the honor of our attention. The honor of our attention is how we expand all the things we want. It's how we keep our health. Remember, 85% of our health starts here. So we put our attention within the body. Remember doing the full body awareness technique, which keeps us healthy and buoyant. We put our attention on the people we love so that they can expand, so that they know that they are important to us. We focus intently on the work that we are here to do. Now, some people are really, really good at this. And some of us, it is the challenge of the day. So let's think of an area within the body that that we would like to put our attention upon. And I'm fixing that broken foot of mine. And it's healing beautifully. It went from being like a goose egg about the size of my fist to now it's down to about the size of a walnut. And I'm doing that by walking on my foot every day, by making sure that my calves are stretched, and that pump that is in the middle of our calves is fully circulating to get that lymphatic in and out of my feet, all 26 bones. I'm moving them. I'm focusing on that part of my body from the inside. Breathing into that place and space and just seeing the reabsorption of the calcification that occurred, that my foot did to protect the broken bit. And it's feeling fantastic, and I'm so very grateful. And also, let's see, so in the body, that's what I'm working on, and just strengthening my structure, doing the daily rebounding, being present in my body most of the time. During the day, any aches or pains, that little sore elbow's feeling a lot better, the shoulders are feeling good, neck feels great. We're just, instead of like resisting, I've got a pain, I gotta take something to mask that. Remember, we're off aspirin, we're off Tylenol, we're no longer taking that toxic acetaminophen. We're now using the fish oils, the white willow, which I love, and lots of vitamin C, to allow that body, this beautiful body, to get stronger. We're not we're not drinking the Kool-Aid, right? And so within the bodyscape, we're just fully awake, aware, present. We're engaged with the Reiki practice. We're seeing the chakra system as the direct connect between that which is unmanifested, that which is manifested. We're seeing that each of our chakras are open and spinning in the right direction at the right speed, nourishing all systems and functions. And we are then being very grounded and present in our body, just able to look around and be present. And then we're focusing within the mind, all right? We're using that gray matter. We're creating a relationship with the brain. So much of the brain, so much of what we're exposed to today, the food, the thoughts, the toxins in our environment are actually neurotoxins. And one of the biggest neurotoxins is sugar. Well, let's do the top three. Sugar, MSG, and remember from Inflammation Nation, there's more than 40 hidden names for MSG. And remember that MSG causes the smallest amount of MSG in the studies caused violent reaction in the test animals, turned docile mice into cat killers. I don't like that, but I found that interesting. So the sugar, the MSG, and let's make number 3 our toxic thoughts, because every thought causes a chemical reaction. The CDC says, and I don't quote them often because there's not always a lot of truth there, but this has been proven in many outside studies. 85% of our health goes on between these 2 ears. So we're going to focus within. And if you have your Reiki symbols, let's just put the power symbol there. Let's just put the freedom symbol there. Let's just put our master symbol there on that third eye. And this is where we are focusing today, all right, within the mind. And actually, what we're doing here is we're activating the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and the thymus, okay? This creates a triumvirate of spiritual power. So, body, mind, spirit. Right here, right here and right here, is the pathway. It's the opening. It's the gateway, okay? And of course, this is the gateway to our immune function, so we want to make sure our immune system is healthy. So we want to today, in this Reiki transmission, as I call up the energy and you choose to receive or not receive, it's your choice, but if you're on for the 21 days, I would imagine that you're receiving the energy. We're going to use Shiva Lingam today. Shiva Lingam. Oh, I've got my alien crystals on. That's my Moldavite and my Shiva Lingam. The Shiva Lingam represents the yin and the yang, the totality, the totalness of everything, right? And more about Shiva Lingam in our crystal class. But let's just take this breath. Let's just engage. I always have to shake out my body because those nadis continue to fire. We don't want our nadis to get naughty, right? We want these little bits of spiritual tension, physical tension, emotional tension to just free themselves. So, let's just kind of do the old body shaking. Engage that powerful pelvic point, tongue to tooth. As we just asked the Ascended Masters, Master Sui, to come here and be with us today, we're going to call specifically upon Archangels Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel to be here. I'm going to engage the energy of Magdalena, my personal guide, the wise ones, the Christ consciousness, to allow us to focus on the things that are truly important here and now. So let's go in. Focus, focus, focus. As we now just come back to center, come back to here and now. We're going to just run the energy all the way down to the core of the earth. where we see ourselves connected in this inner earthly circle within the crystalline core, where we commune with the wisdom of the earth and all of the elements. Just pouring off any negativity, any disbelief, any staticky information or energy. And now begin to breathe it back in, transmute it into the chakra system as we just tap our tailbone. This is such a great kidney chi meridian to awaken. Breathing into our heart space, loving ourselves just as we are so that we can love all others just as they are, and ask for an up-leveling of information and energy so that we can step into our peace of mind, our purpose, our prosperity, good health, right work, right relationships. As we now send the energy up outward into the cosmos, just see ourself, our energetic frequency moving all the way across the universe. All universes where we just imagine ourselves gazing into the face of God, the universe, the source, the one, the light. Imagine that amazing benevolent energy just smiling upon us as we see our higher self smiling down upon our very humanness, all of our foibles back into our heart space, loving ourselves just as we are, asking to be divinely guided, directed, protected, effective in all that we choose today as we focus on what is really important. The importance of peace and love and light, kindness and compassion. And so that is. Namaste. Thanks so much for your time today. Be well.